Ulfgar Holywalker, you were, I believe, going to find NiLok in his room.
Yeah. Ulfgar is, with the effects of locate creature, just pounding his way across the stone floor, flings open the wooden door, and steps inside, and looks directly at NiLok. Aye, lad, what you doing?
Except I'm on the ceiling because I'm slowly sneaking out. And I walk along the ceiling, down the hallway.
Locate creature, he just knows where he is. Just inherently knows.
Well, he doesn't know that, though.
Yeah, I don't know locate creatures.
True, okay, so you're just squinting the ceiling. Alright, lad, enough of the hijinks! And cast hold creature. Or hold person.
Yeah.
And I am stuck, frozen to the ceiling.
Alright, lad, we can't have these hijinks since I'm not the one charging you. I'm not gonna do much, but I'm here to defend you. I just have to ask some questions, but you have to stay in the cage if you want them to let you free.
Alright, yep, I'm listening.
Let's ask the questions now, since you're stuck anyway. What's the story of you and the ship?
So, these travelers came across me as I had just escaped from a drow prison. And then we made our way through the drow kind of lands where we were attacked and fought them off vehemently. And we got to the ship, which was somehow still afloat in the flooding Underdark, and we were able to escape on the ship with our lives. And it was a close call there.
And hold person ends. It only lasts a minute, so it now has ended on you.
That's a minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, you can check it up. Hey, I'm not.
No. I'm not doubting the duration of the spell. I'm doubting the duration of that conversation. Okay. As Nile, well, actually, he wouldn't fall because you have your boots on. He'll just continue to look up at you.
The blood is rushing through my head, though.
You mentioned a prison there, lad. What would they hold you for?
That is a great question, and I woke up there with amnesia. I think I got bopped on the head or something, because I didn't remember getting there, how I got there, or anything.
Who are you, lad?
Well, I grew up actually in this noble land. I owned a flower shop for a good long while, but my family was killed, and then I swore an oath to avenge their deaths. And now I hunt their killers with these two sharpened shovels.
Aye, a noble cause. Alright, that's as much as I have for you. Please, back in the holding cell. And don't try to escape again. They're gonna kill you if you don't play careful.
Oh, I wasn't trying to escape. I was just trying to talk to my friend in the other cell. To be honest, what's the difference between cells? I mean, if I'm in that one, if I'm in this one...
Listen, lad, I got to go prepare for the trial.
We're
I'm
not
gonna pretend
friends.
I don't see ya. Don't let them see ya. But be back in the cell when they come to collect you tomorrow, alright?
Alright.
And he'll
Crawl down
walk
the wall,
away.
back into my cell.
Okay. It is night. Probably a good, you all have had a long day. Probably relevant to sleep now and have a long rest after you've been interrogated by a British defense attorney. The night passes in peace. No one attacks you in the night. There's nothing horrible happening. No sucker punches. No dreadfully attractive mama drows trying to get into your bed. The morning comes, and then there's a knock on each of your doors on NiLok, Buckthorn's, and Jack's. And Ulfgar, how do you spend the night? Do you go to your local apartment, or you just kind of make small talk with the Tengu in the corner there?
Oh no, Ulfgar leaves the room to the recesses beyond and returns to his quarters.
Oh yes.
And prepares his case for the next day.
Fantastic. Okay.
He is a detailed person, so he writes notes,
Oh yeah, he always protects his butt. NiLok, Buck, and Jack, there's a knock on each of your doors comes morning.
Oi.
Do I hear it?
What?
Yes, you all hear the knock on your door. Yes.
Okay. I wake up in the start.
Okay. They continue knock, 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 knock,
Oi.
knock,
Password.
knock, knock, knock.
Come in.
I open the door.
Okay, Buckthorn, you open it, and at first it seems like there's just no one there, and then your nose starts smelling your favorite breakfast. What is Buckthorn's favorite breakfast?
Carrot.
Not prepared or anything, just carrot?
Carrot.
Yeah, okay, there's 5 pounds of carrots, organic, well washed, and just glistening, ready for you, and in like a bucket. But it's like a fancy bucket, like you'd see at like a farmer's market in Portland.
Yeah.
Like someone spent way too much on this
It
bucket.
was like handmade for sure.
A
Yeah, it was
bespoke
never-
wicker basket.
A bespoke wicker basket.
There we go.
I love that. Yeah, so that's what's in front of you, Buck, as you open the door.
Without like moving my body out of the cell, I just reach my hand out, put like my index finger and my thumb on the edge of the bespoke wicker basket, and slowly pull it in and close the door and enjoy my breakfast in peace.
Perfect. And then NiLok and Jack, the knocking continues.
I say come in, so I didn't go to the door.
Okay.
What happens?
Knock! Knock! Now they're saying knock as well. Like there's knocking on the door. Knock, knock, knock.
Okay, all right. I go and open the door.
What is Jack's favorite breakfast?
I'm gonna keep it simple, not give too great of detail, but let's just say nice shakshuka breakfast with some crispy bread along the side.
That's like the like egg and like heavily tomato kind of dish, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well
Okay.
spiced, of course, well seasoned.
Oh yeah, one second.
Yeah, that's what I would like.
I am typing this into Google now and I have this recorded. So did I actually? Did I get the spelling right? Google didn't even try to correct me.
Wow. Okay, let's go.
So I just
It's my
want to.
boy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the highlight of my day. I peaked at 12.
This motherfucker went to college. Okay, I'll have you know.
Shakshuka College. And just so if none of you have seen the dish before, I'm putting that in general because again, oh gosh, that one looks good too. I remember
It's so
looking up the
good.
recipe once. It didn't seem like overly challenging to make.
Nah, dude, it's easy especially if you have a cast iron pan.
Yeah.
It makes it so much better.
But yes, that's in front of you. It's rich. It smells really good, just like your mother could have made. And it's in a bespoke wicker basket, but like it's in a plate in a bespoke wicker basket.
Got it. Okay, so I mean, my mouth starts watering. I haven't had this stuff in a while. I grab the dish and, bring it up to my nose and I give it a good sniff. It's delicious. It's delightful. It's delectable. And I close the door and I sit down and chow down.
Oh yeah, it's tasty. It's filling. I think it might actually be the first hot meal you've had since you left Balance Abbey.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, you had the Heroes Feast.
We did. Yeah, that's right.
But outside of that, yeah. Yeah, and you nom down. And NiLok, the knocking continues. Knock, knock, knock.
And I get up and I get the door.
And you open it
I
up.
open it.
Okay, what
open
is
it, yep.
NiLok's favorite breakfast?
So it is a classic Scottish breakfast with some haggis, some black pudding, lightly roasted tomatoes still on the vine, a little bit of beans, and some mushrooms, and a black coffee.
Sounds lovely.
This is the most convinced I've been that NiLok actually came from nobility, because that's a classy breakfast right there. That's classy. Okay, so you all munch in relative solitude, it seems, and after about an hour, you hear from the portal that you originally entered this loud bear roaring, "Come and get it!"
I I peer
don't
out
move.
of the crack of my door. I'm like,
I
the
do
fuck
not
is
move.
going on?
You see a 4,000-pound 14-foot bear. I did my research earlier. One sec. I literally just typed in largest bear in existence ever in the world, and it was 11 feet tall. My apologies. Oh yeah. Oh, and here's just a comparison picture for all of you, so you can see like the model of this thing. This is it compared to a saber-tooth lion, just so you can see the size difference. That image looks so AI generated. Anyway. Yeah, and it is pacing goes, come on, I got to give you some updates. Don't make me come and tear you out of your room myself.
Okay, all right. I
right.
stop up the rest of my breakfast using the last bit of bread, shove it in my mouth, and just step out of the room.
I shove carrots in my pockets and walk out of the cell, chewing one as I go, Bugs Bunny style.
I've already scarfed down the entire breakfast, but I'm still nursing my coffee, so I walk out still holding the mug and the coffee.
Okay. Nice. And yeah, Sergeant Grills is in the center of the area, and he... you can come closer. I won't bite. Come closer.
Okay.
So, your appointment is tomorrow, 8 a.m. You'll meet with the courts. You can talk about what brought you here, why you are not an active threat to society. I believe you've been assigned a defense attorney. I'm sure he'll be walking in anytime soon. Trust him. He's on your side. We do pay him, but he's on your side. We have a very advanced legal system here. You can trust us.
I've never really trusted the law. I can't really say I'm taking your word on it, but it sounds like I have no choice, and I'd rather be with lawyer than without.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to weed my way out of this, so lawyer's fine.
So generally, there's two ways people go about meeting the court. The first is, hey, I'm not a threat at all. I won't hurt anyone. I'm just a regular, normal person. Please let me in because I'm scared for my safety. I don't think that's going to work for any of you. You seem quite violent and capable, which is good. So that's the second thing where you say, hey, I'm an adventurer. I'm really valuable. Look at what I have done and what I can bring to the table. And then, maybe they can use you somehow, give you some quests. So
Well, that's absurd. I'm a hero. I'm Jack Seahawk. I'm no villain.
Yeah,
I'm
but they
sure
don't
I'll
know
be
that
able to
yet.
convince them that I am a hero.
Well,
The
well,
common
good for
folk
you.
know.
Well,
we
what
better
common
start
folk?
working on our stories then.
The door creaks open, and in walks Ulfgar Holywalker, Father Ulfgar Holywalker. He pats the Tengu in the middle on the shoulder as he walks past him, notably shorter, but still more imposing.
Kind of like reaching up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not imposing in like an aggressive way, of course,
Yeah,
but like, he's aged, he's wizened, he's seen his days. And he strides his way into the chambers, takes his place with Bear Grylls.
Hello, Ulfgar. Good to see you. Have they caused you any trouble yet?
Nah. They've been alright.
Nah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Ulfgar's from the Midwest.
Let's proceed.
So, just to keep you informed, because again, most captains would know this already, but it seems like there's some disconnect between what happens on the ship and who's leading the ship. It's a whole thing. We did find a bunch of like refugees on your ship, like a bunch of rock gnomes. They say they're from the Underdark. Just to let you know that they will be testifying during this thing. There also was a Hannah is a leader of some of the civilians that came from Balance Abbey, and she has been talking about some sort of ritual sacrifice murder thing that happened to complete a blood pact. I don't really understand it. I just wanted you to be reminded of what will likely be discussed in court if you wanted to prepare for that at all.
Do we have a date that she's saying of when that happened? Because I would just like to make sure it's on the record of the date that I joined this party, and that date is after the blood pact that may or may not have happened in any situation.
Oh yeah, you're not involved in this whole pact business.
What pact? There is no pact business. There is alleged pact business.
Not for you. Myself and Buck kind of looks around the room for a second. Oh fuck! I'm the only one here that's still bound to that pact. Yeah. Oh fuck! Oh no! Shit!
Oh, Buck! I pat him on the back, tilt my head down, and just utter agony for this man. So sorry you have to go through this, but of course you can see that I have nothing to do with this, so you should just let me go. I'd like to do a persuasion roll.
On the bear? Your defense attorney?
to the bear?
do a persuasion roll, Red Fats. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! Hell yeah! Thank you, Dagan. Best DM.
Leave a good review.
Oh, I will. 21. I hope that's good. That's
so
good enough.
I was rolling insight and I got a natural 1. Let me take a second to determine what that means.
He mesmerized by Jack Seahawk.
He can bear smile. He kind of gives you a smile, Jack, and goes, well, I mean, hey, if I had anything to say about it, I'd let you go, but I'm not the deciding authority. I'm just the guy who is the strong paw of the law for the authority. Yeah.
And who is the authority?
It's the High Court of Ellis Island, and it's led by a Judge Judy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you could put in a good word for me? Please.
I don't know how much worth my word will be, but I will mention it, and I'll go one further and not bring up that NiLok tried to rob a decapitated corpse. But there was 7 more witnesses besides me, so I don't know how much that's going to help.
I think legally it's not robbery because they were dead. It's really looting a corpse. Robbery, I think, is more of a
allegedly
violence act. Allegedly, yes, thank you. Allegedly doing any of that.
Again, I'm not deciding any of this. I'm just kind of the guy that tells you stuff. Do you have... Oh, also, you had some prepubescent teens on board that like to dance to Panic at the Hippodrome. Just mentioning it, age sometimes is relevant for this kind of stuff. Their parents were concerned. But, just throw
They were
some stuff out
stowaways. They were stowaways.
Didn't we save them? Weren't they all
Yeah,
die
we
in some
did.
flood, and then we brought them on board, and they...
I'm sure that'll come up in court. I'm just telling you that this is a very irregular...
Brandon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ulfgar had taken out a tablet and was like
So that had
FaceTiming
been
with his
muted.
cat. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She won't shut up if I don't.
I promise you, this man is well trained. He's had dozens, if not hundreds, of clients. I think he's just a little distracted today.
Right.
Man likes his
Okay.
cats. Can't blame him.
Yeah, so I believe that's everything I have to say. I would recommend you spend some time today talking with your defense attorney, trying to figure out the play you're going to do. Also, if you want to, those Kenku in the corner, they kind of are certified professionals in terms of fighting. And so if you wanted to prove to the court that you have some capabilities, I would recommend fighting with them, and then they can rate you in court, which would kind of lend validity to the tall tale I'm sure you're all about to weave.
Question on that: are we just like fighting them here and then they report on it, or are we fighting them like with witnesses, like in the courtroom?
There will not be any fighting in the courtroom, ever.
But is this like a trial by combat thing? Like, I'm curious.
Or am I supposed to just go up to one of them and start fighting them?
You
do I just like punch one in the throat and like they say good job?
He kind of yells like, Kuro, Hannah, Raiden, come here. There we go. And they kind of move up. They move with a grace and elegance that you wouldn't often see with a bird on ground. And he goes, they can explain to you, basically, you can just fight them individually or as a group. You can fight 2 of them at once. You can fight 3 of them at once, 1 of them. And they're bound by their oath of honesty to the court, that they can't lie about anything they see. So they will provide direct testimony to the court. Yes. And no one will die here. We'll send a medic in. Don't worry about that. You will get cut up bad, though, because those swords are sharp. Okay, cool. Any questions?
Taller the walls.
I have a question for the DM. Just want to point out that the grace of a bird on the ground would be that. So just want to point that out.
So yeah, you see 3 man-sized birds with katanas on their back, just like kind of like walking up. And then like the second they stop walking, there's just like a picture of grace and elegance again. Like imagine like a classic anime protagonist about to fight his boy or whatever, you know. So yeah, I will let you go. Again, 8 a.m. tomorrow. I'll come and grab you in the morning. Then Sergeant Grills walks off and leaves you 2, and the 3 Kenku are just standing there motionless, staring. I'm
sorry. What was that bear's name?
So this one is Kuro.
No.
The bear. Grills.
Oh, Sergeant Grills. Sergeant Grills.
Yeah,
Sergeant.
Grills.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm glad you reminded me of that.
Yeah.
I said this last session. No one mentioned anything besides Bruce. So, Bruce, you get an inspiration point, by the way. He messaged me after the fact. It was like, Sergeant Grills is a bear? And I'm like, yeah. So, yeah, you get an inspiration point. But, yes, group, you are left to your own devices. The Kenku standing motionlessly there.
Well, I look over at Ulfgar. So, do we have client attorney privilege with you? Like any shit we say, like you'll just spin it in our favor, right? That's how this works.
Let's say to a limit, lad.
All right.
There are some things if you told me I might put you down for. Like a plot to destroy the city. Stuff like that, you know.
Nothing like that. No, nothing. I figured nothing like that will help us here. But he
Wait, we're
mentioned
talking about this city, right?
Yeah, this city.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we're fine then.
Or any allied cities. I mean,
lucky for you, this one's not on NiLok's list yet.
well, lads, it's not looking good for you so far. What they already know about you is pretty damning. You don't look like merchants. Your ship had rotten food on it. No merchant would be carting rotten food and the corpses of owlbears. You look like you've been trafficking people.
No, they're
be truthful.
refugees.
Oh fuck!
They'll
It really
tell-
does
they'll
look
tell
that
you
bad,
that.
doesn't it? It
You know,
really looks
Refugees can still be trafficked, lads.
We were
Well,
saving these people. They could
but why-
Refugees
tell you this.
from where? You've got rock gnomes, and you've got holy people from an abbey.
Yeah.
Listen, if you just let them speak, they'll be able to explain everything perfectly.
Well,
Got
they have been
believers here.
speaking, lads, and so that's why I'm here to let you know it's not looking good.
I can speak to what happened at the Abbey.
Yeah, it sounds like you tried to murder a bunch of people.
No. The Spartans were trying to murder them, in fact. The Blood Pact was a consequence of us getting caught up in the Spartan business and truly getting those people out of the Abbey and through the Underdark was the only way out.
Aye, it's a noble cause to be saving people. I'll be truthful, the rock gnomes spoke highly of ye.
Good to know. And that,
well,
a
at least
group
for
of-
saving you.
fair
For
enough.
saving them.
That's all they really need to know about us anyway. But he mentioned that that group of teenagers that liked some music. I also helped them out too when the cult showed up.
Yes, I think the best defense is we all just don't talk about that part.
Noted.
The way
But that's
I want
why
to
I'm not a
split
lawyer.
for you lads is we can't really defend you. The city of Lesvos, they do some bad things too, but they like to look good. So I'd rather spin it in a different way. You guys could be assets to the city as adventurers with your skill sets. You've killed a lot of people. You can keep doing it, I'm sure, just as for Lesvos instead of against them. So, my recommendation, if one of you wants to fight one of these handsome lads over there, and he kind of winks and nods to the Kenku at the furthest over here.
Hi. Yes. Hi.
I can keep you alive. It won't be a death fight. We can spin it that way. Your assets to the city, mercenaries in a way. What do you think?
What do we get in return?
In
Freedom
return,
sounds like-
you don't get imprisoned, lad.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take
but would
that.
we get imprisoned to begin with? I think, well, at least I'm.
It
innocent.
sounds like it.
Well, we haven't heard all the testimonies, but like I said, it's not looking good for you. That's why I want to spin it. Let's forget about it. Sure, it looks bad, but look at the bad you can do. Do
And-
that bad against, Sparta and our enemies.
So,
So
we're supposed to.
Lesvos is no ally of Sparta then.
I believe that is the case.
Yes, DM speaking here. Yeah, Lesvos is a independent city-state, traditionally more aligned with Athens and Sparta, but they do play both sides, but they definitely are a geopolitical threat to Sparta, just with how rich they are in their location.
You could leverage that a bit too. The
Aye.
civilians and us were assailed by the Spartans, and quite literally the only way out was through the Underdark.
Question for the DM again. The blood pact, does that appear on people anywhere? Is that like a visible
I'm also curious about that.
thing?
Yes. Okay, so the deal... Yes, it was a tattoo on... I'm just talking historically, so when it happened, it was a tattoo on your arm. I believe it was your right arm. I know I have it somewhere deep in my notes that what the image was. I wish I could remember right now, but I can't. It would disappear once the conditions of the blood pact were met, and you have met all conditions of the blood pact.
But then I guess the question is, if that part is fulfilled of the pact,
Yeah.
separate from where the group is, would it just have disappeared one day and they just didn't notice it?
Let me think about it. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Regardless of how
Because
the
if
fight
they
actually
found and captured Spartacus, Socrates on their own,
yeah,
and brought
'cause
him before Plistarchus.
And
the
it's-
last
it's-
condition was literally just
Yeah.
for Socrates to be brought before Plistarchus. It didn't assume that he was captured. He literally had just to be brought before him. So yes, I'm glad we had this discussion. Buck, it would have disappeared from you. I mean, basically within a week of leaving Balance Abbey, it would have disappeared off your arm.
Okay. And how long were we in the Underdark for? Exactly. Like, whole time.
So we played through, I think it was 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but you also had a travel period at the end that we just kind of fast forwarded through. That was like a month and a half. So over 2 months you were in the Underdark.
Shit, that's rough. That's really rough. Yeah. Okay, so then I honestly don't know if Buck would have checked like during that time if it was still active. He probably would have just been focusing on like, I need to get the fuck out of this place. Like, he didn't care if it was there. Yeah, Buck is he's like kind of frantically checking his like arm and like everything for that tattoo.
And it doesn't seem to be
Ulfgar
there.
notices. What you looking for, lad?
Well,
Yeah, the lesbians don't care about tattoos. Don't worry about it, lad. They're more
no.
open. They're open-minded than that.
No, but this is a good thing. So, when the Blood Pact was started, everybody involved got the odd-looking tattoos, just branded, marked on us. Mine's gone. Makes me think the Blood Pact is fulfilled, nullified, done. That helps us tremendously with these.
That's great,
civilians,
lad.
right?
So there's no more ties. You're no ally of Sparta. We
You're
can
not.
spin it.
No.
We can spin it. We'll have to spin it that way, lad. Let's do it.
We've never been an ally of Sparta. We have never wanted to ally ourselves with Sparta. We were
Fuck
forced
Sparta.
to because, frankly, they overwhelmed us and the Abbey.
Death to
Aye.
Sparta, I say.
You know, Jack, you look like a spry fighter. Would you mind being the one for the party? Do a little duel with one of these Tengu. They will speak highly of you if you perform well.
I certainly wouldn't want to hurt any of these fine folk, but if
You
it
won't
means I'll
hurt
get
me.
out of here. Okay, we'll see about
Hey,
that.
Well.
Before we go off fighting our prison guards, maybe we should consider that this could be spun a different way to make it look like we're trying to escape.
Aye, don't worry, lad. I'm your defense attorney. That's not what this will be.
Do you have any kind of certification or a license to show us that you passed the bar? Anything like that?
Ulfgar holds up his shield, bearing the crest of Athena. Aye, lad, this is all you need to see to know my authority.
All right. Well, I
No.
trust this guy. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
High priest of
like-
Athena.
Do we have our
Alright.
swords and weapons and whatnot? with
Yes,
us
you
or what?
haven't been disarmed at any point. You have all of your stuff.
Interesting.
Which is
Okay,
also
cool.
something I would recommend you think about when you go into court. If you have any, courts love evidence. If you have any items on you in your character sheet that you think would be relevant to your defense, just keep that in mind as something you can use. So, Jack, the first one you said that that you had a little banter with. He goes, okay, so we can fight as a group, the three of us versus the four of you if your defense attorney decides to start brawling, or we could fight duels, 1 versus 1 for the three of you. What would you all prefer?
It won't really make a difference because I'm gonna win.
I mean, honestly, I'm used to, 1v2, 1v. So whatever my mates want.
What would you prefer?
Are you asking the Tengu?
Yeah, I am. You know, if you feel like you might need some help.
I think
Might
an
want your
individual
pals
duel would
around.
actually be fun because I have put effort into balancing this at a group level. I have put zero effort into balancing it at an individual level. So I like how random that would be, and I have no I wouldn't bet on what would happen here.
Are we back at full health?
You're all back at full health. You had a
Yeah,
long
we're
rest. You have
good.
all your items, and you have many potions. You have as well.
Cool. I'll do duels. What do y'all think?
Yeah, let's do it. I haven't had a
Duel
good
it.
duel in a while. Need to
And-
practice my sword play.
Fantastic. So just to keep this simple in terms of initiative, Brandon, so we're gonna have like basically 3 rounds of initiative, just one after the other. Ulfgar, do you wanna?
Ulfgar's not going to participate in the fight,
Okay. Cool.
but he'll like keep people from dying and intercept if he needs to in that kind of way.
Yeah, I'll trust your restraint with whatever you do here. Okay, so Kuro, they all unsheath their katana as one, get into a ready position, and then basically within the same movement as unsheathing his weapon, Kuro leaps into action and goes to cut you apart, NiLok. Getting a 12 on his first attack, which is a miss, I'm presuming, and an 11 on his second attack. So he just... They're very fast swings, but he misses both of them. Now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to... How tall is the ceiling here?
It's a tall area you're in, so it would be let's say like 15 feet. Oh no, it was tall enough for the bear to stand. So 20. I'll say 20.
20 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to use... I'm going to run at the wall and then climb onto the ceiling. Walking up the wall, walking onto the ceiling. So I'm hanging from the ceiling.
Okay, so I'm gonna get an opportunity attack then.
Okay.
Getting a 20 to a hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
Okay. Doing 6 slashing damage. So it bites into your flesh.
Gotcha. And I'm now on the ceiling, basically.
Yes, you're now on the ceiling, yeah.
Okay. Which I'm assuming is out of katana length?
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Do I still have time to shoot off a couple of arrows?
Yeah, you haven't taken any actions yet. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I'm going to fire a salvo.
Ooh.
Okay, it's a 19.
That hits.
Okay. And that is 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. Done.
Okay, and I get a second attack.
Yes.
So that's a 16, 21, 24. Sorry, 25. That's 25.
That hits, yes. It's 17 armor class, just so the rest of you know. That'll probably speed things up.
Got it. And that is 4 piercing damage.
4 piercing damage, okay.
All
Are
right,
you
and
sure that's 4 piercing damage? That sounds incredibly low. So yeah, it would be your dice roll plus your dexterity modifier, which I believe is 4.
dexterity modifier. So it's a +5. So that would be +5, +7, 8, 9. So that'd be a 9 on the second roll. And the first one was, I guess, just add another 5 damage to that.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that sounds more like it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Cool. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, we now go to Buckthorne. You move faster than Hannah. The sheath is just not even out of its the sword is not even out of its sheath yet before you erupt into movement.
Yeah, I see the like kind of wrist twitch from pulling out the sword, and my immediate reaction.
Sorry, your voice went away a little bit there. You go into action. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, punch in the beak. And that is a 12 to hit.
You miss.
Oh, okay. All right, attack number 2. That is a 26 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be 9 damage from that.
Okay.
Then I'm going to spend a key point and do flurry blow. 2 more punches. It's a 14 to hit.
It does not hit. It's 17 armor class.
Okay. And the second one misses as well. So 1 good punch in the face. But what I'm going to do now... Hang on just a second. Can you all hear me a little bit better now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because after I use Flurry of Blows, I gain the benefits of Disengage.
Yes. Yeah, you disengage, so there's no opportunity attack. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just run up the length of the pillar here.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
And that'll be my turn.
That's good. And then Hannah's gonna go into movement, sprinting at you, Buck. And you're above the ground now.
Assuming that the pillar goes up this high, it would be up to 25 feet.
Okay. So cool. Yeah, it gets down and looks up and just kind of like sighs for a second, and then it starts flapping its wings and flies up to attack you.
Oh my god.
Getting an 11 and an 11. Sorry, no. 11. Sorry, 11 and a 16. But I think that it misses regardless.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, they both miss. And we now go to Jack. You just like Buck. You move a little faster than Raiden Shadow Strike gets.
I kind of take a gander upon this Kenku in front of me. He seems like a formidable fighter, but I'm feeling confident. I feint a sword attack and instead reach into my pocket.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
What's happening? What's he gonna do? And I say, "Aha! Pocket sand!"
Yes.
I throw it in his face.
Okay, so give us. I'm gonna do an attack roll for it. I've decided at this point.
That's fair. We're gonna do that. Getting a 17 to hit.
That's exactly what you needed to hit. So yeah, the face gets caked in pocket sand.
Oh my eyes! Ah! That's just what I like hearing enemies say whenever I do that successfully. Yeah. I then use, let's see. Okay, is this like a whole like thick like pillar? Like is it or is it like a thinner kind of pillar like?
So it's basically there's like.
Is it like the size of the entire circle?
It's like a crystal pillar that is this like I don't know 5 feet wide, something like that.
Okay. How tall? Like, can I roughly tell how tall the pillar is?
Yeah.
Does it go like all the way up to the ceiling?
It goes all the way up to the ceiling. It's 20 feet tall. Yeah.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna use now my cunning action to disengage and attempt to climb up the pillar.
Okay.
How should I go about this?
So it's a crystal pillar. It's a kind of smooth surface. Buckthorne was able to run up it because he was just running really fast and kind of got there, but it doesn't mean he's like fixed in place. It kind of means like he's just in the air right now. Are you trying to, because if you're trying to climb,
I'm trying to like, yeah. Is that actually possible? I guess I don't know. I can't see what the pillar looks like.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. It's a crystal pillar. It's 20 feet tall. It's kind of a smooth surface.
Would Would it be too smooth, actually? Like, if it's smooth, I won't attempt it. If it looks like it's something that I can, like, get some sort of grip around.
It's possible.
To scale
up.
up.
You'll do an athletics roll, and then we'll see what happens. Because I don't think this would be anything else in terms of roll.
Yeah, that's fair. Hold on one sec. I got an 18.
Yeah, you hop up there, kind of climb up, and you are almost to the ceiling. You're about 5 feet from the ceiling.
Cool. I'll just go right there. I just hang on for dear life, and I guess I can't really do any other actions, so I'm just gonna end my turn there.
Okay, sounds good. We go to first round. Kuro. So NiLok, you are upside down with your feet on the ceiling, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Kuro kind of backs up 5 feet and then begins sprinting, gets to this place, leaps off the pillar, and begins like swirling in the air, trying to stab you directly like this. Getting a 17 to hit.
Armor class 16, so yeah, that's a hit.
And that does... Ooh, that's some good damage. 14 slashing damage.
Oof.
And then, like, the stab into you, pull it out, and go for another one while they're still, like, in the air. Getting a 22 to hit.
That hits.
And you... that's a 10 more slashing damage. And then it kind of just, like, falls to the ground and just kind of does, like, a cool little stance. Okay. Yeah. And then the Tengu kind of lands on the ground while your blood drips out of your newly opened flesh. NiLok, it is now your turn.
Alright, I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike and fire off an arrow at a bird person.
Yeah, Kuro Featherblade.
And,
yeah.
Oh, that's not great. That is a 12.
You miss.
Excellent.
It laughs in bird. Caw! No shit.
Okay, I'm going to try that again. Ensnaring Strike and fire off another arrow.
Okay.
Actually, is Ensnaring Strike count as one action?
I think you can just cast it like with an action.
It's a bonus action casting time. You use
Got it. Okay. All right, that was yeah, that was low as well. So
Okay.
that's also a miss. And
You
I'm going to end my turn.
Okay, Buckthorne, you have your feet almost on the ceiling. Gravity beginning to pull you down. What do you do?
So is the Tengu like level with me?
Yeah,
flying?
it's just kind of going like this and like looking you dead in the eye with its like katana in its hand.
Okay. Interesting that it can still fly in a katana. But
Fantasy.
so yeah, it's a fantasy.
Holding it in his beak. I don't know.
Ooh, I love the holding in its
Fucking
beak.
dino sword, that style. So what I want to do, basically, I want to show off as much as I can to Ulfgar to try to better my chances of getting out of here.
Okay. So,
Did that come through clear?
Yes, that
Perfectly.
came through clear. Yeah.
Okay, great. I think I'm using like a semi-shitty mic, and it's just a little far away from my mouth to fully register.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But okay, yeah. So, Buck is going to try to like show off for Ulfgar as much as he can for the rest of this fight, just to try to better his chances of getting this whole, Defender of Lesvos thing going.
Yeah.
So what I want to do, while I'm level with this Tengu up in the air, I want to activate the immovable rod just underneath my feet and fight and balance on it while I fight this Tengu midair.
No, that's cool. Yeah. Okay. Give us an acrobatics check to successfully activate this in time, and yeah.
Acrobatics. That is a 13.
13. as your feet go to land on it, you slip and you kind of land like you're riding a horse on it. So you definitely take 3 bludgeoning damage. You take 3 bludgeoning damage direct to your nuts, but you do manage to stay mounted on the immovable rod.
Okay, not as graceful as I'd like, but so is activating the rod an action then?
Your balls activated it there.
My bunny nuts hit the button.
Oof.
I'm okay. So I want to try to not ride it like a horse, get my footing, and then punch the Tengu.
Okay, you do so, and feel free to just roll as many attacks as you have. The AC is 17.
Okay, so first one is a hit. Second one is not a hit. Third one is a hit. So 2 punches.
Fantastic.
Total 19 damage.
19 damage. Noted. Okay. Yeah. This guy is not used to being punched while he's this high from the ground. It's quite a unique experience.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I'm trying to like just make him do like too many things at once, like defend himself while also flying, while also trying to swing a sword.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That'll be my turn.
Fantastic. Hannah goes to attack you then. Let's see. First attack is a 22. Second is a 19.
First one will do it.
First one hits. Noted. You take 10 slashing damage.
Good.
Okay. Jack, to your left, you hear cawing and feathers flying through the air, and you are the first to move here against Raiden. You are not muted, I don't think.
I'm here. You're saying to my left. I'm hearing.
Yeah. Buckthorne and Hannah are like fighting,
Okay.
so you hear kind of the cawing. And,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And it's
Is it my?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. So I am going to attempt to pounce from the top of this pillar onto the top of this Tengu here, and see if I can potentially knock it prone.
Oh,
Haha!
okay.
Ha
Yeah, so give us an acro. Well, okay. Are you turning this into an attack? Or are you just trying to like acrobatically like knock?
I
into the
imagine that just falling on top of someone should be enough to hurt them. If I tried to like stab him at the same time, I guess that could be something. I don't know like realistically how that would actually work.
He's blind right now, so you get advantage on the attack.
I'm just gonna try it then. I'm gonna. I have my sword drawn, and I jump through the air, attempting to lunge at him with my sword.
Okay.
As I heroically shout, "Ha ha!"
Great. Roll an attack roll with advantage.
Okay. 17.
That's exactly what you needed. So yeah, you attack him and add an additional d6 to your attack just due to the unique circumstances.
Okay. Plus. Let's see. So 27 plus 30. So 30 damage.
30 damage. Let's go. Jack so far is taking the lead in damage.
Prone?
He is, yeah, you stab him through the shoulder, he smashes onto his back, and you hear the crunch of some tiny bird bones as they break.
Awesome.
Fantastic. I just want to check in with Ulfgar. Is Ulfgar paying attention to any fight in particular right now, or do they all equally hold his attention?
I mean, he was kind of just watching everybody equally, but once Buck started getting flashy, Ulfgar noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's got at least one eye trained on Buck's fight right now.
Oi.
He can't really see NiLok's fight, but he knows, he knows what he's doing.
He knows NiLok does his stuff in the dark. Okay, we get to the first round next. So Kuro.
In the dark and from behind.
NiLok is stealing the Kenku's teeth as we speak.
Okay, that's a 13 for the first attack roll and a 17 for the second.
The 13 does not hit. The 17 does.
Okay, and you take. Oh, I'm supposed to. Oh, whoops! I accidentally rolled 2 d10s. I should have rolled just one, so I'm just gonna roll that again. Okay, a 12 slashing damage. To that for that attack as it bites into your flesh. Buckthorne, sorry, no, so not Buckthorne. NiLok, your turn now.
Are there any feathers that just happen to be, falling around me that I might be able to grab onto, perchance?
You, like that are flying loose from the body?
Yes, as
Yeah,
it's
there's a couple. Yeah,
falling. Okay. I'm going to grab one of those feathers and cast Fear, which I believe I need a feather to do that, or a chicken heart. So I'm going to cast Fear. That feather that I just pulled off of it.
I need either a feather or a chicken heart.
I don't think I'm going to get the chicken heart anytime soon, so...
I'm just imagining how terrifying that would be to hear that as a bird fighting you. Like, I need a feather or your heart. It's like...
I got an idea.
Fear.
I
That's-
either need a...
Okay,
Oh, God.
so each creature in a 30-foot cone must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, so I will... I failed that. I definitely failed that. So now, when frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action and move as far away from you as possible through the safest route. And then if a creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight to you, I can make a wisdom saving throw. So yeah, he is feared, and will on its turn spend its turn running away from you. But it drops its sword, it clatters off on the ground, and it now just looks like a scared bird.
Okay, I'm going to steal its sword.
Okay.
Is that doable? Can I do that during combat? Just run down, pick up the sword,
you
and use that as
can
an action?
pick it up, but you would have to sheathe your bow or your other weapon.
Okay, I do that.
Okay,
Does that count as an action, picking up the sword? Or do I get one more action to...
I would count that as your bonus action to pick up a weapon.
Okay. Alright, so that's my turn, basically. I don't have any more actions to do. Or
Yes, that is your turn.
Okay.
Okay, Buck.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep punching this here Kenku up in the air. I'm gonna go for 3 punches.
Consecutive normal.
First one's a hit. I need 17, right?
Yep.
Okay, so first one's a hit. Second one's a hit. And I'm gonna make this last one a stunning strike. That'll hit. So I need to make I believe it's Constitution. Let me pull that up real quick. Sorry.
No. Whatever it is, I got a 15 on it if it's Constitution.
What-a-do. Must succeed on a con saving throw. So. What'd you get?
I got a 15.
Damn, meets beats. Okay, you're not stunned, but you're gonna take the damage from 3 of those punches. So total, that's gonna 29 points of damage.
29 points of damage. That's
Beefy.
some meaty
Big
thuds.
fists.
Yeah.
Big fists.
You know what the big fists mean?
That's what you get when you have a +6 modifier on all your attack.
You ate your carrots this morning, you can tell.
I did eat my carrots this morning. My eyes are going crazy right now.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yes. Do I need to make like a check of
Oh.
some kind to stay balanced on the rod?
Give us an acrobatics check. Yeah, give us an acrobatics.
It's 26.
Oh yeah, you're firmly now on it. You're not even sitting on your balls anymore. You're sitting on your butt.
Perfect.
It's a comfortable situation. Hannah goes to attack you twice, getting a 25 and a 13.
25 will do it.
And you take 13 slashing damage, and she cuts across your face one more time.
Oy.
Okay, Jack, it's your turn.
All right. You know, I'm I'm gonna try something different. Using my panache, I attempt to charm this Tengu and convince them to help us fight, because this clearly isn't a fair battle for him or her, for them.
Are you using a spell, or are you just trying to charm?
Yeah, it's a spell I have called panache. They have to make a wisdom check. It's like a opposed check.
Oh yeah, your charm becomes. Okay, so yeah, contested by my insight or my wisdom, which is a +2. So I'll roll a d20.
Okay.
I got a natural 1.
Well, I mean, whatever I get, right? Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an 8 on the d20 roll. So.
Okay, so it looks like I now have disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you, and I can't make opportunity attacks against targets other than you. And this lasts a minute. Okay. So basically, you just made it so it only wants to attack you. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Right.
Yeah. Poof. Gosh. Yeah. Boy, does it.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, that one was a tough one.
Yeah.
You know, he's still on the ground. I am going to attempt to. Yeah, I'll use a cunning action, and let me see. I think I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna fucking try it. I'm gonna use a cunning action to attempt to hide, behind Ulfgar.
Okay. Yeah. Give us a stealth check as you crouch behind Ulfgar.
All right. I got a. No, hold on. I got.
Ulfgar's a dwarf, right?
Yeah, so I'm like crouching down.
Yeah, okay. So it goes to Raiden's turn. She spends her action getting the sand out from her eyes, just kind of digging it out. She gets to be able to see a bit better now. And then she turns around with her sword out. Goes, where is he? Where Ulfgar, where'd he go?
I don't know.
Give us a deception check.
Oh god. A deception. Deceptively not good at it. 19.
I don't know why you lie to me. We're paid by the same fella. So okay,
right.
I'll he kind of starts walking over here going, "Hello, we're in a duel. Hello." And then we go.
It's quite rude to leave a duel.
We go to Kuro Featherblade's turn, who's gonna attack. Is gonna run because it's feared. So it's gonna just kind of sprint away here. The sword is on the ground, and Kuro is just squawking and sprinting away, still in line of sight. So it will have to take another fear the next turn as well. Okay, NiLok, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to pick up the sword and I'm going to throw it and cast Conjure Barrage, which it's a 60-foot cone of duplicate weapons to get shot at them. And,
shit!
So I'm trying to figure out, can I get all of them in one hit? Like how wide is this cone basically?
Or
is it just
that'd probably be more than 60. It was 60, right?
I think. Does it give you the cone's radius?
It doesn't give
It
us the
it
cone's
says
radius.
each creature in a 60-foot cone must
There you
succeed
go.
on a dexterity saving throw.
We
Well,
can
doesn't
put our
Can't
public
remember
school
if
6 feet be the
education.
length?
We can
60
make
feet?
ourselves a little a square plus b squared equals c squared here. Figure it out.
I don't remember if it's the diameter or the circle, but then it would be like that would be your 60-foot diameter, and then your cone would reach the edges of it. You know.
Yeah, we'll just say you just attack the one. So yeah,
Okay.
you do
All
that. It must
So it
make
needs-
a dexterity saving throw.
Correct.
Getting I think I might have succeeded. Getting an 18.
Okay.
Which,
And then
yeah,
roll
now
3.
you 3d8. Yeah, and then I'll take half of that because I'm pretty sure you're.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes 5 damage. Okay.
All right. And one more question. So it says, you throw a non-magical weapon or fire a piece of non-magical ammunition into the air and create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward and then disappear. Does that mean all of the swords, including the original, disappear? I would argue it does, but that's just me.
You throw a non-magical weapon or fire a piece of non-magical ammunition into the air to create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward and then disappear. No, that's referring to the identical weapons that are created. It's not referring to so they disappear, but the original weapon still exists, and it's like stabbed into its shoulder.
All right.
Okay, cool.
And I end my turn.
Buck, your turn. Straddling that rod.
I thought I was standing on the rod. No.
Oh, sorry. Standing. I thought you were sitting on it, but you can be standing either way.
Wait, the
no.
rod is horizontal? I thought it was vertical. Excuse me.
It's been horizontal this whole time. Bad.
Yeah,
bad.
horizontal.
Okay, what do you do, Buck?
I'm gonna try something a little new here and punch it in the face
Okay. AC 17. Let's see how this goes.
like a whole bunch of times. Never done this before.
Like more than
They
once.
come out of left field with that one.
I know,
Like I'm gonna even spend a key point and I'm gonna punch it like 5 times in the face. Just you wait.
Ooh, let's
shit.
go.
Whoa.
Fucking love monk.
When did you get
so-
that ability?
Level 3. First punch is a hit. Second punch is a hit. Third punch is a hit. Fourth punch is a hit. Fuck it. I'm a gambling man. I'm gonna make this last one strike. And it's a hit. Roll Constitution, please.
Okay. That is 13.
13 does not succeed. Oh wait, 4 punches. Sorry, not 5. 4 punches. So this Kenku is stunned until the end of my next turn, and we're 25 feet in the air.
Okay. So yeah, it's gonna fall to the ground. So give me your damage, and then I'll calculate the damage it takes from falling to the ground.
Okay. So. Uh, 27.
27 damage, and then it's gonna take 5 damage, bludgeoning damage as it hurts the ground. So 33 total damage, it sounds like.
Let's go.
And you are
and I'm gonna,
far and away ahead of your colleagues right now. Falls to the
and
ground.
I'm gonna try to maintain my balance on the rod up here for one more turn.
Okay, yeah, give us an acrobatics.
16.
Okay, yeah, you maintain your balance on your rod.
Nice.
Jack, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to let's see. I'm gonna continue being in stealth and try to sneak up behind the Kenku that Buckthorne is fighting. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
You're trying to
not-
take
I'll
out
do a-
take
I'll
out
do
my
a-
opponent.
Well, yeah, I
Hold
factor
on.
in-
When you leave Ulfgar's presence, he takes an opportunity. I'm just kidding. No, no.
fucking brains you.
Casts holy weapon and takes a swing. No.
I'll also be a sentinel.
The Kenku's on the ground, squawking, looking deeply beaten up. What do you do, Jack?
Is it okay? So how is it bloodied?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's bloodied.
it's definitely
I-
bloody.
I look up to Buckthorne and I say, "Hey, nicely done. I'm gonna let you finish that one off." But
Thank you.
Just keep it down. Keep it down.
I'm just
trying to-
crane. I'm just crane posing on top of the immovable rod.
I'm just gonna try to maintain stealth behind this pillar here.
Okay, give us another stealth check.
All right. Just gonna go over there, I guess. A nat 20.
Okay, yeah, you.
Damn.
You are not seen.
Are the pillar.
Raiden walks up to you, sheathes her katana, and goes, "My opponent has fled from this honorable duel. Do you declare me the victor?"
Ulfgar sighs and says, "Aye, well, you have a point there. I suppose if the combatant does not return," he says loudly to the chamber, "within the next 10 seconds, I will declare this duel a winner."
Okay. Raiden prepares an attack, like kind of turns to face the room, and then just kind of stands there in readiness. Okay, it is Kuro's turn, who shall roll a saving throw, getting a 17 on that wisdom saving throw. So pretty sure, no longer scared of NiLok. Yep, has a fly distance of 100 feet. So Kuro takes the katana out of its shoulder and runs up and charges to attack you again, NiLok. I'm going to just roll both attacks. Getting a 15 and a 14.
Both miss,
Okay.
thankfully.
Missing, just flapping some more. Now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to fire an arrow, and I'm going to aim at the wingtip feathers, which are important for actually being able to fly without clipping their wings, so to speak. So I'm going to try to clip its wings with an arrow.
Okay. Your enemy is within 5 feet of you, so with a bow you will be rolling a disadvantage.
Oh. Maybe I go with a shovel?
I don't tell you how to kill birds.
I didn't realize how close it was. Okay, 5 feet away, I'm gonna use my double-handed shovels to try to
Yeah.
clip its wings with a sharpened edge.
Okay,
so
Just
I'm
like
gonna roll-
farm folk do.
I'm gonna increase its AC to reflect that you're doing an aimed attack, but there will be,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's That's a 2. So yeah, that's just not gonna hit. All right. So I'm gonna
You're
try that
learning.
again. I'm learning. I'm gonna try that with the other shovel, and that is a 7. So yeah, no, that's a failed. I'm just gonna
You're just
End my
gonna
turn.
vibe. Okay, Buck, it's your turn.
Yeah. I'm going to click the rod and WWE elbow drop this Kenku.
Okay, you'll definitely get advantage on this attack, just due to the unique circumstances you've created for yourself.
With advantage, that is a 18.
Okay, yeah, roll damage and then add a d6 bludgeoning to whatever the result is.
Okay, so plus d6. That's 12 damage. And as I go downwards with my elbow ready, I just shout out, "Knock if you buck, bitch!"
Roll intimidation.
Intimidation. That's a 18.
Buck! And it drops its sword. It goes, I tap out.
All right. In that case, then I stand back up and offer the Tengu a hand.
It offers it very hesitatingly offers its hand, feather, arm appendage, and it pulls up itself on your strength.
Ulfgar steps up to approach the pair of them and holds Buck's arm in the air. Aye, we have our winner. And
you're like disembodied clapping throughout the room.
Disembodied. That's kind of weird.
There's no source of it. It just emits in 360 degrees around you, Buck. Sourceless, but yeah. Okay.
Where is it? Where?
Just starts punching the air.
Who the fuck are you? Come on then. Let's go.
Okay, so second round has been decided as Buckthorne is the champion. Third round, Jack, what do you do?
I'm gonna attempt to sneak up behind him. Yeah, I'm just gonna attempt to sneak up behind him again.
Okay.
Whisper in his ear, pocket sand.
Nothing personal, kid.
Nothing
I got a
personal.
21.
Let me roll a perception. Wow. Yeah, no, you sneak up behind him.
I'm gonna strike him with the pommel of my sword in the back of his head.
Okay.
Hoping that might, knock him out or daze him or something.
It's not about the money, Spider-Man.
Let's see. Getting a no way fucking 17 to hit again.
That hits. However, it does have an ability called Reach Master. You have entered its reach, so now you provoke an opportunity attack.
How can I provoke an opportunity attack if he didn't know I'm there?
They don't say. That's a fair point. But I mean, I guess he knows you're there as you hit him in the pommel. So let me.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll damage.
I think pommel is only like 1d4.
Yeah.
Got 2.
Okay, so we do 2 damage. You kind of thwack him on the back of the head. He goes, "Ow!" and then turns around, like, kind of slowly, and then just slashes you.
Okay.
Getting a 23 to hit. You get 11 slashing damage as it cuts through your body.
Now, hold on.
Digging, it looks like online people are saying to have a stealthed approach, then there wouldn't be an attack.
Okay, yeah, but I didn't attack before he attacked.
I also have fancy footwork where if I make a melee attack against someone, which I did, then the creature can't make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of your turn.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, so take that damage away. I'm sorry. I must apologize,
No,
Jack.
that's fine. That's fine. I should have been more clear about that part too.
Yeah.
How rakish of you, Jack.
I know.
Nice rogue stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Does the enemy become dazed?
Is that they look a little like kind of wobbly on their feet? Yeah, is that a condition you're asking for? Is that inherent?
I feel like it's a condition.
I'll roll d6 and another 1. Okay, so yeah, it's dazed. It's kind of like wobbling on its feet, and you'll get advantage on attacks against it.
Okay, cool. Since I already did that, I will just simply go in front of it now, and that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Okay. Hannah, we're gonna just Hannah's out of initiative for a second. So Hannah goes to Ulfgar, goes, "Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this could take forever. I say let's judge the next round because Buck just fucking murdered me. Like, that was horrific. But I don't think my guys are that good at murdering. So let's just play like this last round by ear, see how it goes, get a vibe check, and then we'll bring that to court, because they're probably going to get impatient, even though technically we've just spent less than a minute here. To me, it feels like a full day worth of combat. So how do you think about that, Ulfgar?
That was 6 seconds. Boy, she's talking fast. No, Ulfgar says aye
Good.
with a thumbs up.
Okay,
I'm just toying with these Kenku.
Yeah, and then Raiden's gonna attack with disadvantage because she's dazed. Definitely missing. So it kind of just wobbly hits a sword at you, or tries to, and then misses. And then we go to Caro Featherblade, who is going to attack NiLok. Getting a nat 1 and a 17. And I'm pretty sure the 17 hits.
17 hits.
Doing 13 damage, and as she slashes you, she goes, "You can beg for mercy anytime you..." I forget your race. I believe you're a half-elf.
Full elf.
Oh, what elf? What elf?
Full. I'm an elf.
You're
an elf.
You pointy-eared bastard. And then
NiLok is no mudblood.
Whoa, racial slurs.
In prison? No.
NiLok and NiLok,
Never.
it's your turn. NiLok, it's your turn now.
Oh god. Okay, I am going to... I'm still on the ceiling, and I'm going to use spike growth on the ground below me,
Okay.
which creates a 30-foot cone of spikes, where basically if she's walking on them, am I fighting a he or a she?
I have mixed it up. I think it's a she this one.
Okay, got it. So spike growth casts damage for every time they walk on it, or moving through it?
She's like flying above the ground right
she's
now.
on the ground. Oh, okay,
No,
she
no,
is.
you're on the ceiling
Okay,
still,
silly.
right?
Okay, well, floor is lava now.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack with the shovels again, try to clip her wing.
Yeah.
I rolled a 16. And... Do I add proficiency to the
Dex
attacks
and
at
proficiency
20?
to that.
Dex
so
okay, that's a 25.
yeah, you clip, like with one like slash, you clip one of the rings, and she stops flying and falls onto the spike growth and squawks.
Excellent. Does that do any damage? Do I roll damage now for that?
It'll take 2d4 piercing damage from landing on it, and then it'll take an additional d6 from bludgeoning. I'll roll the d6 just to get that away. Getting 5 damage from the bludgeoning, and then if you can roll the piercing damage. 2d4.
That's 3.
3. Okay, 3 damage. Noted. Okay, Jack, what do you do on your turn?
I'm going to... You know what? I'm having too much fun with this. I'm gonna try to kick this Kenku. Let's say I'm gonna sweep the legs of this Kenku to try to get it prone again.
Okay.
You're just being a dick.
I am being a dick. Dagan, what do I use for something like that?
Just let's do an opposed check. We'll both do dexterity saving throw, and we'll just see.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, who's the highest? I got us 18.
I got a 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, so it hops above your first sweep of the leg, but then as it lands down, you just sweep back, and then it collapses to the ground. Prone.
And then I would like to basically stand over it and have my sword at its throat. Can you just give up? I say to it.
Roll persuasion, or roll persuasion.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a 15.
I got a 27.
Okay, yeah, no, that sounds good to me.
That's exactly the way Jack likes to fight. I love that.
Gar steps over and raises Jack's hand up. Hey, we have another winner.
And then Hannah goes up to Ulfgar and goes, okay, so Kuro is on its back, surrounded by plants, but also has, I can tell you this because we're friends, 96 hit points left out of the original 127. So who do you think won in Kuro and NiLok?
Ulfgar chuckles and says, "Aye, that's not for me to decide. That's why you are here."
It's one of those meetings. I don't want. I barely know the guy, but I don't know. I think it has to be Kuro that won. You know.
Hey, make your decision, lad, and you'll have to present your evidence truthfully.
Hannah goes up. NiLok, you're still standing upside down on the ceiling. Kuro is on its back, surrounded by flowers. Hannah goes. Spiky flowers. How much health do you have left, NiLok? How good are you looking right now?
12 hit points.
12 hit points. Okay, so Hannah looks up, trying to understand the situation, sees like the blood dripping from you, and you looking haggard. He goes, "Kuro, you win. But hey, NiLok, you get a participation trophy. You did good." So, and then they kind of go, "Thank you for the fight." Hannah's not even meeting your eyes anymore, Buckthorne. She just doesn't want anything of your fists anymore. And as one,
Buck kisses one of his fists.
Oh my god. And as they're walking away, you are out of combat.
I look up at the ceiling. Oi, NiLok. You alright?
No. Everything hurts.
Yeah,
I stumble to the ground.
Rough, bud.
Yeah, come on down. Ulfgar might help you out here.
I walk over to my coffee mug, which I put down at the beginning of the fight, and take a sip.
Perfect.
Ulfgar doesn't have any healing spells prepared, so he can't do that for you.
And I think I gave you or someone else my last 1 or 2 healing potions.
Probably 2.
I think so. Yeah, it was during the goop incident, I think.
Yeah. I was like, oh god, this kid.
Just okay.
This poor boy.
We've got another night before trial, right? That sounds like a long rest.
Just if you drop unconscious, Ulfgar can help you, but not until then.
He was trained in an American medical school.
Yeah.
Bucky,
Yeah.
Bucky, old pal, just give me a slugger to the face.
I don't know if you want that.
Okay, all right. I collapsed in the corner.
You just lick your wounds.
He's actively bleeding, and Ulfgar is like, I mean, until you pass out.
Leafing through his book like, shit, I must have left the healing book at home.
A vivid purple portal opens up, just like before when a representative of Zeus's court came in to check in, and your hero, your favorite character, Dagon, walks through with his bodyguards, as always, little cats.
Giant orange Maine Coon cats.
Yeah, as you do, as one does, with his 3 panther-sized Maine Coons, all of which increasingly cute pictures of the 3 of them, images. And he goes, wow, you guys look beaten up.
Oh, I feel fine.
Yeah, I'm all right. I've seen worse.
I actually
feel
didn't take any damage.
Yeah, you threw sand in some.
So Dagon has 3 papers in a folder that he opens up and kind of leaves floating in ahead of him, and he goes, "So, last encounter we had, you filed some complaints for HR. It was my boss has gone over them. We ran by it with senior administrative staff, and we have our responses. So, Form 102B, you filed a complaint against me for suggesting Buck would want carrots because Garden Grog was not in stock.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh. This is why I became a pirate. I mean, all this bureaucracy. Can we get on with it?
I'm trying to get on with it. Yes, and then so I have been written up and was assigned mandatory DEI training. I have now been assigned a Harengen mentor to try to teach me how to appropriately handle slighting the honor of a wonderful Harengen such as yourself. First step was I can't call you rabbits. You're Harengen, they're separate. You know, I'm learning. I'm sorry. You know. So I got this for you, and he puts out a kind of like a pink box filled with like tissue paper, and there's something inside as he hands it to you.
Just to ask, was this because you felt bad, or was this like a corporate, like, you know, get him to shut his mouth kind of thing?
No, I wasn't ordered to do any of this. It's just what my mentor, Mr. Bunny, Bugs is his first name, Mr. Bunny, told me to how to handle a situation like this, and I did not mean any offense when we initially interacted, and I'm hoping to have a productive relationship with the two of us going forward.
All right. I take the bag and look through.
Okay, so it is a set of brass knuckles with
Oh my god.
And so, like, vertically, like, going up your fist, each is, like, a different species of like, a different breed of carrot, or whatever you call it. I don't grow plants, but, you know, like, there's like, you know, one here, one here, one here. It's made of, these are heavy. Like, putting them on, it's almost like you're putting on training gloves that are weighted down to help you build muscle mass. And they are shining, like, stainless steel. These are clearly utilitarian. They look good, but their main priority was just helping you punch stuff harder.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is mighty nice. Mighty appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. And you will find out what the damage does when next time you get into a fight. So, yeah. And hands that to you. And goes, also, so that was Form 102B. There was also Form 103B2, which was a form to cancel Form 102B, but by the time that had been processed, I'd already expensed the gift, so just keep it. You know, maybe... I just keep it. Also, there was Form 10.1B2, which was financial compensation for a desk allegedly hitting all of you. I offer as recompense for this alleged incident 500 gold in a bag of holding, and then we can just kind of nothing happened. Sounds good?
What's a bag of holding?
It is a phenomenal thing that allows you to hold up to 500 pounds worth of stuff in it.
Very useful. You can keep a lot of teeth in there, NiLok.
Oh, all the teeth.
I did not hear that. Can I please just give you this money and walk away?
I accept this money in compensation for the alleged act.
Thank you. Great. Cool. It seems like you all are in the middle of something that I don't want to be involved in, it seems like. So, you want to tell me anything, or should I just head out?
Hey, lad, are you done yet?
Can I whisper to my friends real quick?
Sure, what are you whispering?
Hey guys, I still have that key card. We could get out of all of this by going through that portal that's right behind him.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea, NiLok.
But if we do that, we would be felons also. Like,
I'm
escaped.
a criminal already. I mean,
Escape.
allegedly.
Criminals
Well,
already, right?
We
But
wouldn't be escaped criminals. We'd just be criminals for escaping, which I think is different because we haven't been tried for anything, so we're not technically criminals yet.
Good point.
but I think escaping custody is still a crime. Yes.
So following that
Maybe.
20 seconds of muttered whispering, have you come to a conclusion of if you have any questions for me?
Yeah. I was just curious. Like where in that portal, what's behind it?
Olympus.
Olympus.
Is it connected to the dark, deadly underworld where, like, hell? That's some kind of connection there somewhere?
Olympus is as far from the Underdark as I am from you.
Does Hades is in control of the Underdark?
No. Hades is in control of the Underworld. The Underdark is a place in the material plane. Separate jurisdictions, yeah.
Understood. And the Underworld is connected to Olympus in some way.
Well, I don't want to get into politics here.
Okay. Right. Keep your secrets.
Well, it's not
It's a whole
mine.
it's a whole north versus south kind of thing.
yeah. Okay,
All right,
sounds good.
We'll do that.
Yeah, hope you all have fun with whatever adventure you're on now. I'm sure I will stay in touch next time I absolutely have to be. Cool. Bye.
Hey, tell Zeus to stay out of it.
Oh.
Bye, Kitty. They gone?
Dang no.
As he's leaving, that's yelled out. Like as he's stepping
as
through
he's
the
like,
portal.
you kind of see him like stop walking for a second and then just continue walking out. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Buck looks over at Ulfgar. Oh, you're a bit of a shit, aren't you?
I'm a patron of my saint.
Fair. So does that mean besmirching the names of others? Other powerful?
It's no besmirching to be telling Zeus to stay his matters out of Athena's lands.
Yeah, well, I'm not the holy man. So
Petty
take your word.
don't worry about it. Once you've
I'll take
taken
your
the
word for
faith, you'd understand. Then he pats Athena's symbol on his shield. Aye, let's get on with it then.
Right.
You fought the Tengu. They've got their evaluations. They'll deliver them tomorrow as witnesses. Enjoy your nights, and we've got trial tomorrow. Remember, stay in your rooms. Don't try to escape, or they'll kill you. And he walks out.
I don't think he's kidding, NiLok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might want to get a good night's rest tonight. And I look at your various cuts.
I slowly limp back into my my cell and go to sleep.
Oh God. What are you gonna do with him?
I just hope he gets his stick fingers under control.
Yeah.
So Buck kind of like just looks down at his brass knuckles and kind of lightly like bicep curls just to like feel the weight. Then he rushes at this pillar here and just lays into it with a right like straight punch.
Oh my
just
gosh.
to
Okay. Give us
just to kind of feel that power a little bit. That is a 29.
Yeah, you definitely hit. Just roll your damage as normal.
Okay. 10.
Okay, for the first punch, add an additional d6.
Oh.
And this will change by what you're attacking. I'm coming up with a more detailed stuff for you, but yeah.
Okay. So. Okay, then that's 15.
Okay, 15 total damage as you punch through and pull your fist out, and there's like a imprint of like 4 perfect different carrots on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Buck like looks at the like stonework that he just did with this punch. Looks at Jack. And never really thought of myself much of an artist. What do you think?
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. See what carrots we can grow and other things. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you should punch the wall.
Hey, hi, hello. I was
Whoa! Where the hell did you come
Whoa.
from?
Who are you?
No, I'm just a tailor. I was sent to by your lawyer. Would any of you like custom outfits for tomorrow to represent yourself better in court? Because she like looks you up and down and kind of sniffs like in that snooty way that people do when they think they're better than you, but they're trying to act nice, but they're not acting nice. They're just acting like a dick with nice tone. Like, I can fix whatever this is. Just tell me what you would like to look like tomorrow, and I can bring it to you for the morning.
Buck steps to this tailor. How tall is this tailor?
She is like an old woman. She's like 4'11".
All right. So I am 6 inches taller than this one. An intimidating 5'5".
We love our short kings.
Yeah. What do you think needs fixing?
Well, you reek of alcohol, for starters.
Yeah.
I believe you have never cleaned your clothes. There's some splotches of different liquids on there. Typically, the court likes the people that come before them to have put in effort to look their best, because it's an important meeting.
Okay. In that case, yeah. 2 months in the Underdark will do that to any wardrobe. So Buck knows shit all about high society and proper presentation and all that. So he's just going to imagine the fanciest dress that he can possibly imagine when he thinks of the word fancy. And I basically did y'all ever watch Foster Home Imagination back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What Mr. Harrington wears.
I gotta look that up. It's been a while.
Oh, the rabbit.
The rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah, okay.
That's
Perfect.
that's what he recommends. That's what he tells this tailor to make him.
Can do. We'll do it in a heartbeat. So that's you, Mr. Speedwell. NiLok, Jack, what would you two like to look like tomorrow?
My first question would be, as someone who clearly knows clothing and things, how do I take off these shoes? These are the webbed shoes that I have that I don't know how to take off.
You grab the top and you peel it away from your flesh like you would any other footwear.
I don't think it's that simple. They're sticky. They stick to me.
Yeah, we kind of had some Spider-Goo shenanigans. May have fused things.
Chemistry.
Would you like me to remove your shoes for you?
You can try.
I've never heard a player say that to the DM. I just want to say.
You could try.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
She puts on the plastic gloves, like maybe a nurse or a doctor would put on, and kind of gets down, and as she gets close to them, she rethinks that, and then puts on dishwashing gloves on top of those, and she goes, okay, and she kind of pulls, and she's the outside of the boot, as she's pulling it away from you, it just feels like she's just pinching your skin and pulling it out away from your skin. She just keeps on pulling. Does this hurt?
Yes, excruciatingly. Please continue. I make with a painful face.
I'll do a strength check from this old lady.
I also offer NiLok a full swig of my Caribbean rum.
Oh, thank you. I take.
You need this.
Swig.
Yeah, it's getting harder. You're feeling your cells getting pulled away. It's you're starting to bleed now.
Okay, stop. Stop.
Oh,
This is just these are just part of my feet now. I'm just part shoe.
I can give you some boots that fit over that because
That would be excellent.
I can do that. So I'll get you boots to cover up your boots. Would you like anything else?
Yes. Classic 3-piece suit with boots to match and maybe a hat. But nothing too fancy. Not a top hat. Maybe like a bowler hat.
Okay.
And a cane because I am pretty beat up right now. That's all I need. I'm good.
Okay. Well, we are in ancient Greece. The 3-piece suit has not been invented yet, but I had a mentor that traveled some kind of planes of existence a couple times, so I know the rough idea of how you should look. You'll be very memorable.
Actually, scratch all that. I'll just need a toga.
Okay. I'll get you the finest toga and a cane. Yes,
Perfect.
Can do. Jack. Oh, you.
Yes. Ah, a tailor. Lovely. This is exactly what I've been needing. All right. This is what I'm looking
haberdasher.
for. I reach into my pocket, and to no one's knowledge, I've been carrying around this torn up bit from a newspaper some time ago, and it is of a model wearing a suit that Jack has been wanting for quite some time. I'm just gonna put it into general for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want
Oh my
this
God.
exactly like that. Can you do that for me?
Oh. She kind of like blushes a little bit. Yes, I can do that. I will make sure these are ready for you the morning of your appointment, which is tomorrow.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you. I reach down and I grab her by her shoulders and I give her a kiss on each cheek.
She blushes. You've definitely warmed her heart a little bit. She goes, "Oh, you young boys, you," and she kind of stumbles out a little bit. Okay, yeah. Well, all that's left for the day is for if you want to plan anything for tomorrow's court appearance, or if not, you can just go to bed.
Well,
How
I mean,
are
it's
we
probably
acting
worth
in
talking a
court?
little bit about it. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm innocent. I've done nothing wrong. People love me. I mean, come on.
I mean, fact of the matter is, we did help those people get away from the Spartans and also out of the Underdark.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
consequences aside, we did help those people, and they are the ones testifying here.
They're alive. That's what I'm saying.
And we
They
don't
would've
have
been
any
dead if it wasn't
connection.
for us.
Exactly. And we don't have any connections to Sparta either anymore. That pact is done.
Death to Sparta, I say.
Maybe not death to Sparta. We don't want to come off as, terrorists, human traffickers, they think we are.
Yeah, okay. Good point. Good point.
NiLok,
I'm not too
I know
worried.
I know it's your nature. I know it's in your heart and soul, but please do not try to rob the courtroom tomorrow.
I've got a pocket full of money. I don't need anything else. Something really nice.
Right. Well, I guess we leave it to our esteemed counsel and hope for the best here.
I'm really
Right.
not too worried.
Well, no, lads. I walk towards my cell.
Stumble back
Perfect.
towards my cell and curl back up and just hope no one starts punching walls again as I try to sleep.
As you say that, I give a good brass knuckle punch to the wall facing the cell.
Just for good luck. Just for good luck.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay, and then Jack, do you return to your cell?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. Go take a little bit of a rest. Not that I need it. Didn't even break a sweat.
Fantastic. Let's just take a 5-minute break right now, just so I can do a couple things, and then
Sure.
We'll
For sure.
start. I'll be right back. Okay, I think let's get back into the session. So, The court, you were told, was at 8 a.m. Around what feels like 6 a.m. to all of you, there is a knock on each of your doors. Knock, 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 knock.
What?
Knock, 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 knock. Close, knock.
I go over and I open the door.
Right.
Uh,
Go over as well.
I will do the same.
Just folded in a neat pile is everything you requested from the tailor, and as you put it on, it fits perfectly. If you choose to put it on, I guess you can decide whether to put your clothes on or not. I don't need to say that.
I do.
I also put on my clothes.
And then when maybe when Ulfgar meets you, you can describe to the group if you want to do anything more about how sexy you look. But it's on, and then you there's breakfast next to that pile of plates as well, and it says it's a signature from Sergeant Grills saying that I will come grab you in an hour and a half. Just make sure you're ready, make sure you're presentable.
Will do.
And
All
the sleep
right.
we had last night counts as a long rest?
Yes,
Excellent.
it concerns me that you're worried about your hit points going into this, but
Well,
I was
great.
always
He was
ready.
yeah, I know
almost
he was
dead.
basically dead. Yeah, it might have
Yeah.
helped your case, but yeah, you eat.
He's
You
good
have
to go.
a slow, uninterrupted morning, and then eventually you hear a roar that says, "Come and get it! Come on, I gotta take you to court. Hope you're looking good and prepared." Ulfgar's here with me as well.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it would help if you leave your rooms. I could.
Oh, they're
then-
unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They were never locked.
Hope I'm trapped.
So I've been
no.
picking and then relocking my door every night? Damn. All right. Stumble to the front.
Well, it's good to see that you all have dressed up to the occasion. It does show a level of respect that I'm sure the courtroom will appreciate. Let's do a scene change. You walk through some hallways on the way to the court. You notice that there seems to be a heightened sense of security. There's just guards everywhere patrolling, protecting places, and there's a good amount of civilians walking through here, but they don't seem to pay attention to you. And then there's a massive set of doors ahead of you. Brennan, what are you loving right now?
Michael Cohen and Themistocles are here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you are ushered into the large room redolent with the quiet power of entrenched government officials. There's a quiet rumble throughout the room as you all walk in, and you see some familiar faces, and feel free to move your tokens for it.
I make eye contact with Kronk and I give him a quick finger guns.
Yes, you'll sit up at those desks up there. Please just do what Ulfgar says. He's a smart guy. You don't seem like a horrible group of people.
The leader of the refugees, her name was Hannah, correct?
Yes.
I look towards Hannah from the corner of this table and just kind of nod to her and lightly smile.
She crosses her arms under her breasts, but she does give you a soft look. I don't know how else to describe it.
Okay.
But yeah, as well in the crowd we have the rock gnomes you rescued. We have Shadowheart. We have Little Jack. We have Will Turner. We have not Woody Allen. Steve Allen. No, Ted Allen. Home Improvement guy. Was that Ted Allen? Tim Allen. Thank you. We have the bride who you disrupted her wedding. We have Panic at the Hippodrome's lead singer, Brendan Urie. And then we have a whole slew of people on the right here. We have Thad, who gave you the meat sauce, the meat potion that you rescued from. We have Themistocles. We have, gosh, can I call myself English? I think that's Harry. I'm pretty sure that's Prince Harry.
That's Harry, yeah.
William Cohen, and then Dagan himself is in the back corner with his just kind of intently watching the proceedings. And ahead of you, you notice the distinctive Judge Judy, a woman used to being obeyed, used to decreeing what the fate of the people before her will be. And she goes, come to session, settle down. And the group, the room kind of hushes immediately almost. And she goes, okay, this is the first session of the day. We are interviewing a group of 3 individuals who are represented by Ulfgar Holywalker. To make things simple, is there a team name the 3 of you have? The group that you represent is each other, it seems. Do you have any identifying titles?
No affiliation.
No.
Okay. Just to enter your names for the court, Haringen, you are Buckthorne Speedwell, correct?
Yes.
Jack, you are Captain Jack Seahawk of the Dutchman's Spittoon. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And NiLok, you have been told that you have some relation to Lesvos, some family?
Yes, I come from noble blood. My family was family of nobles.
Okay, and that is the Chaotic Neutral family, correct?
Chaotic neutral, yes.
Chaotic Neutral. Okay, thank you. I'm sure that'll come up. But just so you all understand your rights, you are not citizens. Besides NiLok, who actually, NiLok, do you have any proof that you are who you say you are? We couldn't find you in the registry. There's some mention of a destroyed flower shop.
Yes, I have this signet ring. It's mostly like a dull gold with a hexagonal mesh pattern that creates the actual ring. And on atop of the ring, there is a crest of both a fox and a snake battling.
Oh, okay. Sergeant Girls walks up, goes, "Oh, give that to me, lad. They'll need to see it in person. I'll return it right back, I promise."
I slip it off my finger, and before giving it to him, I said, "I'm trusting you this with your life. You must return it to me." I hand it to him, begrudgingly.
I will. And because he's a polite bear, he walks around the barriers. As he's like walking between here, like kind of half of these civilians are just a little intimidated. They don't want to deal with this, and he walks up and gives it to Judge Judy. She looks at it and goes, "Oh, yes, that seems accurate. Okay, you are acknowledged as a nobleman of Lesvos and will be treated accordingly, which could be good for you if you've done nothing wrong. But if it could be bad for you, because if you've done stuff wrong, we'll treat you harsher than we would just a random stranger. So it's just, something to keep in mind." He hands you back your signet ring. So to start off, how did you get here?
On a boat.
Motherfucker, don't you ever forget.
So we deal with details here. So as many details as possible.
It was a ship, not a boat.
We sailed a ship out of the Underdark. We've been down there for about 2 months.
And I'm not from here. Like, I'm not from here at all. Not just Lesvos. I'm not from this realm. I don't know how I ended up here, to be honest.
Yeah, we, I'm sadly the only one that's left, but we got into a bit of a rough spot between this conflict that's happening between Athens and Sparta, and myself and some of the civilians that are here today got forced into a blood pact with Sparta. And we had to make some sacrifices to even get this far. But the only way to save these people was to go through the Underdark and hope that we could get on the other side. And along the way, myself, I met, NiLok and Jack Seahawk down there, and eventually Jack managed to give us a safe way out via his.
Aye.
Okay. So you rescued NiLok from the Underdark, it seems like. Yeah?
Correct. I was rescued.
Yes.
There was mention of Kristoff. Where is this Kristoff? He I believe he came in with you. He was checked in by Phoebe.
Ulfgar says, I can answer that one. He has returned to his family.
Okay. So we'll need to speak with him at a separate point, but he never got to the jail, so he never technically escaped from the jail. So we'll let that slide. This blood pact. Who did you kill? Because of it, the tough choices you made. Typically, when people come to me and say tough choices, it means there's a body involved. So who was killed and who killed them?
Kill is a strong word. We have this. I honestly don't know what the fuck he is. He's this odd gnome that deals with a lot of potion powders and shit. And he had this convoluted plan to basically kill all the civilians that were involved in this blood pact and then bring them back to nullify this pact. And he was able to bring back most of these people, but sadly not all. Murder is a strong word, I would say, but my opinion doesn't mean much here, I suppose.
The court acknowledges Hannah, a citizen of the destroyed town of Riverend, who has asked to present some witness testimony today. And she stands up and kind of smooths down. She's just like a farming mom. She doesn't know any of this posh, elegant stuff around her, but she's trying to present herself as best as she can. And she goes, "Yes, what Buckthorne said is on the whole correct. There was one person in particular that was killed that probably this lesbian court would find the most relevant. He killed Nadia, or not Buck killed Nadia, but the group acting on the blood pact murdered Nadia, who is a noblewoman of Lesvos, and in fact is related to the ruling family." And then you hear like gasps in the crowd, like, "What?" And like one woman faints. Are we in the time when women fainted? I feel like it was more like in like the English, like 17. Anyway,
No, that's like that happens.
It's a
I think.
trope.
No, this is ancient Greece. A man would have just punched her unconscious.
Jesus
then-
fucking Christ. And then, order! And she goes, "So you killed an unarmed lesbian noblewoman because of a blood pact that you voluntarily joined into?"
No, it did not. No. My friends here were not involved in this blood pact at all. I was the only one out of the three of us that was tied to it at all. But
Okay.
the person who committed these acts actually killed these people, as you say, is Prospero.
If Prospero was here, would you recommend that we arrest him?
I mean, instead of us, yes. I had nothing to do with this. I'm simply an adventurer.
Prospero seems like the kind of gnome that has more up his sleeve than just a few bodies in an abbey.
Indeed.
Okay, I'll have our people out on looking for him if he ever comes in. Can you give us a physical description?
Short, gnome fella.
Rock
No
gnome.
hair. Rock gnome, yeah. No hair. Very pale, like pallid skin. Wears this bird mask quite often. I've never seen him without it, honestly. So that'd probably be the identifier there.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. That's good to know. So we are at war with the Drow. They're in the Underdark. They don't like us too much, and we really don't like them. Did you encounter any Drow while you were in the Underdark?
Yes.
We did
Fair
indeed.
few.
Yes.
Could you describe the intensity of your interactions and involvement with each other?
Oh, they did not like us. The Drow wanted us dead. In fact, they tried to kill most of the innocent civilians that were with us. They're bad news.
I was locked in one of their dungeons. I escaped with barely my life, and then proceeded to drink some of their black goo, which I would not recommend.
I look over at NiLok. Did you have to mention drinking the goo? Like, that's on record now.
NiLok, please stand up onto the podium here. We have some more questions for you specifically now.
All right,
Thank
I
you.
climb up onto the podium.
Where did this black goo originate from?
I believe it was from a spider that was summoned by a drow that we killed.
Why did you drink it?
I thought it would make me big and strong.
Did it make you strong?
Can't say it did. In fact, it killed me.
When you died, where did you go?
I don't think I moved.
No,
I
not
think I
your
was
body.
still there. They brought me back, and I was still on the ground where I drank the goo, so I don't think it went anywhere.
Does NiLok recall going to a different realm and attacking a giant spider goddess? That's not her asking that. That's me, Dagon, asking, trying to determine if NiLok just thought that was a dream or something.
I kind of thought that was some kind of terrible dream. I do remember it. I remember that vividly.
Okay, so it's not like you're lying. It's just you're like, strange stuff happens when you get hit over the head. Okay. Have there been any unfortunate side effects of drinking this black goo?
Yeah. It's got some weird scaly black skin growing on me, and my shoes are now fused to my feet.
The old woman Taylor kind of stands up, goes, I can confirm that exists, but don't the boots covering them up look good? And they do. They look real good. Okay, can we? We're gonna have a doctor examine you right now, actually. Or actually, perhaps we have a cleric on the stand, don't we, Mr. Ulfgar? Could you examine him and tell us what you find?
Aye. Ulfgar approaches the stand, and I guess he doesn't have to kneel. Standing next to him, lays out his palm, and in his, actually, I think his shield is his holy symbol, isn't it?
You could always have a secondary holy symbol. You know, your holy.
I don't know. He has a pendant, an owl pendant. He holds up the owl pendant in one hand, and a glowing golden light as he scans. As he scans NiLok. I don't know. Roll for that, I suppose. Medicine or something.
We're gonna do two different checks. We're gonna do a religion check and a medicine check. And
Okay, I'll roll religion first.
Yeah.
That one is a 16.
Okay.
And then for medicine, Ulfgar got a 12.
So with the religion check, you would recognize this power as Lolth's power, the Spider Queen herself, and an evil entity of which Athena would hate at a fundamentally different level.
Okay.
From the medicine check, you would know these boots are staying on, and in fact, the infection might get worse over time.
Okay. Ulfgar closes his eyes for a moment and takes in the knowledge Athena bequeaths to him. Aye, my examination is done. And he steps a little bit forward and toward Judge Judy. This man's been touched by Loth. Does that elicit gasps or anything?
Yeah, there's gasps. The woman that fainted had come up from smelling salts and fainted again.
This poor lady.
But then he holds his hand up, holding with the pendant in his hand, and looks around the room. Aye, the power of Athena will cure the curse upon this man. And he holds the holy symbol up to NiLok and casts remove curse.
Oh. Okay, one second.
Very nice.
What?
And he touches, I guess it's a touch spell, verbal somatic. Okay, hold on a second. One second here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Removem valedictionem, he yells. And casts remove curse.
Remove curse.
Was the Jesus part of the spell?
Oh, Jesus was not part of the spell.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Remove curse, third level abjuration. At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded. Okay. Regardless of what character you play, Brandon, you always have some mechanic where you can just be like, oh, like, can I attack? You know, fucking triggering polearm sentinel master, whatever. It's just...
You wanted that out of Kakaris.
So,
hey Brandon,
NiLok.
check out this really cool sentinel build and look at what you can do. You can stand in a hallway and attack everything.
And he regrets it today.
Yeah, definitely. NiLok, at Ulfgar's touch, the boots, there's like a suctioning effect as they release from your leg, and they begin kind of crumbling, almost like an ashy log that's been poked, and they kind of crumble down, and just it's now on the ground. It's just like charcoal and old pieces of like linen.
Are these the giant boots over my slippers, or are these the slippers?
Oh, those were those are like
On the cursed slippers on your feet.
Yeah,
this,
it's the
this
cursed
sidewalk.
slippers. I'm imagining you've taken off the new ones to put these on.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
To demonstrate.
So your slippers of spider climbing are now destroyed, but you are no longer covered in a
Curse.
Judge Judy goes, Ulfgar, as always, fantastic work. That was probably going to be a whole thing about him being corrupted by the drow and how we can't trust him. And I can't levy that.
Ulfgar holds his hand up and interrupts as they're speaking to say, Aye, the power of Athena will cleanse all the evil of this land. So says I, Father Holywalker.
Lady Sappho will cleanse this land. She will protect us as she has done for generations. But as always, Athena is appreciated within our walls. Okay.
Ulfgar just smiles but doesn't respond to that.
Very political. Okay. Did you? Thank you, NiLok. You can return back to your table with your compatriots. So, your relationship with the drow, did you talk to any of them, or did you just fight them and kill them on sight?
And most of the time it was fight and kill on sight. Some of them had few words to say, but not much listening to it. I mean, they're drow.
Did you learn any of their names?
We learned one's name.
What was that one's name?
I believe it was either Diane or maybe Deanne. Not really sure.
There's another gasp in the crowd.
She was
Diane?
mean, and we did not like her.
What's Jack looking like during this questioning? Fanta?
Exactly that, I guess.
Little did we know.
Stone cold silent.
Little did we know that Jack Seahawk replaced himself with a lifelike mannequin 10 turns ago.
He's just gone. He's on his ship. He's left.
Yeah.
That would actually be the most Jack way to exit
That's
the campaign.
fucking hilarious. We're still in court defending ourselves, and he fucking end of Pirates of the Caribbean away.
We rip the bed covers off, and it's just a watermelon with like a pillow. Damn it, Jack!
Meanwhile, Jack Seahawk's credits are rolling. He's done. He's out.
Jack Seahawk went on to become the most prolific pirate in all of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is kind of an important plot point. Jack, are you Fanta?
Fanta, you there?
Oh, this is so funny.
I was talking the whole time and I was on mute. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh goodness. Yeah, no, Jack doesn't feel like he's done anything wrong. You know, he understands that Diane is bad news. So I'm not like ashamed or like afraid or anything like that.
It's interesting that you could have any conversations with them. Normally, unless the Drow think they can gain something from other mortal races, which typically is their enslavement, they don't often talk. So what were the nature of these conversations? Did she try to befriend you? Did she try to ally herself with your party?
You could say that. She tried to, I think she fell in love with me. I don't know how that happened. Well, I mean, I do know how that happened. Look at me.
Roll a persuasion check with that.
Yeah, how does the courtroom react to that?
Yeah.
Should it be persuasion or performance?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, do performance, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Let's see. 18.
The 10 sailors, and like, I don't know if you've gone to, like, a conference before where it's clear that the speaker has friends in the audience that are always gonna be the first to like applaud or something like that.
Yeah.
Your sailors start like they immediately start like cat whistling, like jump up, and like one of them like picks up a chair and like holds it up like this, and then you do and you know, oh, order, but you do notice some smiles in the crowd, and it does seem like you've warmed them up a little bit.
Does the woman faint again?
No, she wakes up and she's like, "Okay, I can't go into oblivion anymore. I need to watch the rest of this. This is gonna be great." And she like kind of gets excited. Looks at you, Jack. Did you have any? Sorry, I hate it. It's a court of law. We need to ask these things. Do you have any physical relationship with this woman?
I wasn't conscious for some time, so I would hope not.
Okay. Did you kill her eventually?
I tried to. We all did. In fact, we got pretty damn close.
Yeah, put the boots to it, we did.
She disappeared in some sort of strange portal.
Okay. What was she trying to get down there?
It's hard to tell. I mean, really, it seemed like all they were interested in is enslaving as many people as possible. They tried to rig my ship to blow it up with all the civilians inside.
Okay. Roll deception or persuasion.
Alright. Perception or what? I'm sorry.
Perception. Sorry, gosh, I'm sorry.
Persuasion or dissuasion?
No, sorry. Roll persuasion or deception. I think I mentioned this. Like, that's what I'm gonna try to do going forward, so I don't know what you're intending. It's just, yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. 17.
Okay. 17. That Okay, this is going to sound unrelated, but I promise it is. I need all of you, including Ulfgar, to roll a perception.
Perception.
Yeah.
10.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
18.
16.
Okay. Buckthorne and NiLok, you're the only two to notice that about every minute, the two judges on either side of Judge Judy, so the two over here and the two over here, every minute they're murmuring something to themselves, almost as if they're casting a spell repeatedly every 1 minute. But as you do so, all you see, you don't see any sparks fly, any magical auras or something. It's as if they're just casting a spell that has no physical effect that happening from it. It could be something else. But you do notice, like, there's some spells being cast. Judge Judy kind of leans back and she considers what you said, Jack. I would like to call Meanie and Mo to the stand. The rock gnomes from the destroyed town of that was home to the Genie's domicile. I gave it another Stormwatch Sanctuary. This town of Stormwatch Sanctuary, where they have an interesting report. Hi, Miss. Yes, thank you. She goes, I'm not going to talk during this part because I hate those one-on back and forth with the DM on the DM. She goes, okay, so here's the thing. We had a town, very nice town. It was great. We loved it. It got flooded and destroyed and then killed by drow, and 3/4 of our citizens were enslaved. This was completely scarring for us, but we have to mention that we would all be dead if it wasn't for the generosity of Mr. Jack Seahawk and his ship and his crew. He truly, and they're kind of like they're crying, and like they actually go and they turn and they just do like a complete 90-degree like bow.
I do a slight humble bow in return.
They then say, however, that being said, we had a god for centuries that was fine. That was in there. And he was still alive when the group went in, and then he appears to have left this world before the group came out. And we're not sure why that is. It seems irregular to us, and we would just love to know where our god is right now at this moment. Jack, do you... And then they kind of turn to you and, like, in a begging entreaty, like they're holding their hats in hand, like, can you tell us where he is, if he's all right?
Yeah. Before Jack responds, I kind of lightly get his attention and point out the judges to him that seem to be murmuring something. Might want to pick your words carefully.
I wish I could tell you. I have no idea.
Okay. I need to know the surface level thoughts of all of you at this moment in time. Because, and I trust you all not to fucking meta or whatever, detect thoughts is being cast by each judge. And so they have the surface level access to surface level thoughts of all of you at this moment in time. So if you can let me know one by one what you're thinking as Jack, because pardon me if I'm incorrect here, Jack, you're lying. You know exactly what happened to this genie. You shut off a machine and it died.
Yeah, but I'm not necessarily lying. I don't know what's happened to him. He could be somewhere still. He's a genie.
Yes, but you definitely do know more than you're offering, which isn't a lie in itself. It's not, but I'm just, setting so everyone knows. So as you all are hearing Jack say this, what are you thinking at surface level?
Probably surface level. Damn. I think Buck would be remembering, like, the tower, like heading towards it on Dove's back initially.
Okay. So you'd be thinking of Dove, you'd be thinking of the tower where the genie is, and you'd be thinking of the genie himself.
Yes.
Okay. NiLok, Jack, or Ulfgar. Oh, sorry, not Ulfgar.
I'm trying to remember if I was conscious for that part.
You were conscious, like in the tower. You were there for the final assault, right? When you fought Diane. Do you remember a movable rod being abused to hell and back, and Diane having to flee?
It was pinned to the floor. She opened a portal beneath her, and she fell from beneath the rod into it.
That may have been the session that I missed. So I think I came back and we were trying to escape. So I remember nothing because I was unconscious.
Okay, that's actually no, that sounds familiar because I know AJ was there. I think it was. Oh yeah. Okay, that's perfect. So surface level thoughts is just NiLok being completely confused by what's happening.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And then Jack.
Sorry. I feel like I'm a little bit worried because I'm in court, right? And I'm being judged by a bunch of people who do have some justified, qualms with how we went about things. But at the same time, I feel kind of confident because I feel like I did everything as correctly and as justly as I could.
Okay. Judge Judy kind of clears her throat and goes again. Okay. So there was a member among you, a big Goliath called Kikarius, who Hannah testified earlier that he has been with the group since she has ever known the group, and was a loyal and steadfast protector of her and her children. However, he disappeared. It seems he was part of the group that went to the tower, and he did not come out of it. What happened to him?
Truthfully, we don't know.
Yeah, he kind of just poofed out of existence. I don't know.
We don't know where he is.
Did you see him die? Did you find his body?
No, nothing like that. He just disappeared right in front of our eyes.
He was nearly as large as Kronk here. I mean, you can't just...
trust me, I know. It makes no sense.
Yeah, we know how ridiculous it sounds. But that's what happened.
What led up to it? That's strong magic for someone to teleport without even so much as a portal. She starts kind of mumbling to herself, like, I suppose the wish spell could do something like that, but that's way too high level for you. I mean, I need to know, do we have a missing person now?
I wouldn't say...
From a technical standpoint, he is not here. We don't know where he is, so one could say he is missing.
Yeah. I'm sure he's fine, though. He's a big guy, capable of,
big things.
Defending himself.
Okay. No, I'm trying not to metagame. 1 sec. No.
Do it anyway.
No, well, it's all about adhering one of the rock gnomes, Mo. He goes, sorry, our Genie had a wish spell. He had one left. That was exactly what he had left. And we refused to use it. It was against our religion. It's not for mortals such as us to spend it. But...
Oh.
What Jack says. She goes, Did you interact with this genie?
We did. we did in fact speak with the genie. Very nice guy.
Can I?
Yeah,
Is it
go ahead.
alright? Is it alright if I ask the call a question?
Yes, please do so.
You had a pretty strong reaction when you found out Diane wasn't here. Why is that?
Well, I expect transparency from you. I suppose it's fair for you to expect transparency from me. You ever heard of the oracles of Delphi? I've always read the word.
I have not.
I suppose, briefly.
They can predict the future, and Diane was a very important part of lesbian future. See, the Drow we're fighting now, they hate us. They want to. They think we've sinned against them at some grand level, and they have not stopped from raiding and interfering with our mine production, and it's drastically affecting our economy with what they're doing right now. And Diane, she doesn't care about us at all. All she cares about is local power. So it was predicted she'd come into power, attacks would cease because the Drow would just focus on infighting and not outfighting, and we were very much looking forward to that period of time. Did you do anything that would stop her from coming into power?
You wanted her to come into power?
We'd prefer that they all die, but that's not an option. So yes, we would prefer that she come into power.
Well, we tried to kill her.
Wouldn't it just be easy if she was off the...
If you think she's psycho, you haven't met her mother. That's the one we're terrified of. No, she's just a local psychopath. There's a dime a dozen. If we can understand her and control the situation. Okay. And you don't know where she is, but you did fight her, but you didn't kill her.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. So now we're going to do a fun part of, okay, let's say I give you citizenship. What are you going to do next? Buckthorne, I give you citizenship. What are you going to do? What are you going to do for yourself to provide?
Provide to Lesvos?
Yeah. How will you benefit our society for having entered, and also how will you keep yourself out of trouble?
Well, could put my talents to good use. Why don't I train some of your gods? A decent punch.
Oh, yes, the combat results we had from Ulfgar. How did they go against the Tengu?
The combat results 2 out of 3.
Okay. And how even was the match when the rabbit could he train our guards? Do you think he has the capability to beat someone?
Gart leans up on the table with an elbow. Aye. That rabbit packs a shared punch.
Okay. That's good to know. Buckthorne, I think we would benefit from that. No decisions have been made, but that's good to know. Thank you. We do have actually a substantial Haringen population in the lower part of the city in Lesvos itself. So you maybe
Really?
find some friends. Yes, yeah. They're they kind of run a gladiator fighting thing, but the state we really like it because they don't use weapons. They just punch each other a bunch. A lot less death. So they actually Haringen's are good people.
Actually, as opposed to common thought, Haringans are good people.
Despite what you may think, folks.
Okay. Captain Jack Seahawk, you have a ship. We have a navy. Would you be interested in supplying your services to us to fight off invasions?
I suppose I could teach you guys a thing or two.
Just roll a persuasion.
I guess.
24.
Okay. I think you would be valuable there. You would, however, have to obey the laws of our city. That goes through for all of you. You know, I don't know how other governments have been treating you. You know, we've heard some rumors from Steel Forge about some crazy adventurers that are just murdering heroes and replacing their identities and then running like a criminal underground ring and destroying the only fire whiskey plant in the continent. So we don't want that. And then I think that group went from Steelforge to Riverend, and then about a week later, the city is destroyed and everyone is dead. Which again is something we would prefer to avoid. Okay. NiLok, you are a citizen of Lesvos. Would this group be staying with you in your house?
Yes, what house is left, but yes, they can stay on my property. We might have to pitch a couple of tents, seeing as my house was burned to the ground, along with my family. But we can stay on that land, which I still own.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, we could definitely assist you perhaps with that. We could have some quests we could throw your way. Okay.
That'd be much appreciated.
It's good to know. Jack, you seem like you said you weren't from this plane. So this isn't your home? Nowhere around us is your home?
I don't know where home is, but I know it's not here.
Okay. And you'd like to be home if you could?
Ideally, yeah.
You know, we are the finest casters and wizards in the world. We have some tremendous universities here, and I think if a solution could be found to get you home, I think it would be through one of the universities here.
Well, connect me with whoever that is, because I've been dying to go back home.
It's fantastic. They will, how comfortable are you with, like, your blood samples being taken, you being pricked and prodded, and your hair samples getting pulled out, and a bunch of questions asked by a bunch of graduate students?
Well, doesn't sound like my favorite place to be, but if it means it might get me back home, I'll tolerate it.
I have a proposal for you all. I think everyone can be happy with this. Buckthorne and NiLok and Ulfgar, would you be willing to keep an eye on this group? Maybe go out with them, kind of as a chaperone on a date, if you will, just to make sure no funny business happens.
Not about your counsel, I have me perish.
You're a very capable man. I'm sure you could. Maybe bring them into your church. I think God brought into their lives would be helpful for everyone.
Except for God.
Aye. Yeah, Ulfgar says aye with a dejected look on his face.
How about we put like a tracking collar on Jack? We check him into one of the universities and they just run tests on him until they can figure out how to get him home. And if they ever do figure that out, we'll take it. But he's kind of, I don't want to say hostage. I'm not going to say hostage, but he will not be allowed to leave. And that's our offer. We can get you home, Jack. We just need you to trust us for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Cool. And then Buckthorne and NiLok, Ulfgar will be on the ground, keeping an eye on you. We'll have, it sounds like NiLok's house has been destroyed. We have some halfway housing we can put you up in. And NiLok, interesting that you're a nobleman, and we'll have to put you up in halfway housing for the meantime. Or you can camp out on your land. It's still your land. There's just no buildings,
I think I'll go with that option.
With your land, but no buildings.
Correct, yes. Just in a, tent. Some kind of lean-to made of sticks.
Yeah. It's, building's expensive. If you had a couple hundred gold, I'm sure someone could build something, but, most adventurers don't come to us with pockets full of cash. Okay, so Ulfgar, you're going to keep an eye on them. You'll be reporting to me on a weekly basis. Buckthorne, and then at Buckthorne, you will be. We'll find housing for you in a halfway house, unless you want to camp under the stars with NiLok.
Romantic.
I'll take the halfway. I could at least use a bed.
Okay, thank you. And then
Ulfgar claps him on the shoulder and says, "Aye, the parish will accept all. Ye can stay in the parish until it's time to leave."
Appreciate it.
And as part of your community service or part of your obligations to the court, you will be attending. Ulfgar, when is your service every week? What day is it again?
What Wednesdays?
Wow. Ulfgar strokes out in the courtroom.
Obviously, I'm not good at this accent.
No.
You're actually pretty
Comes with
decent.
practice.
You're decent. That's good.
No, it sounded to me just like that was the first time I've doubted Ulfgar's actually a priest. He just has been like making it up the whole time.
I wanted to pick a day that wasn't Sunday because it's not Christianity, but like, I don't know, Wednesday. Why not?
So yes, you will attend every sermon, attend every sermon, so Ulfgar can bring some of Athena's holy light into you, and perhaps bring some good behavior.
Perhaps.
And we have a program where you prove yourself as a capable adventurer, where you can be employed by the state. So we will give you some quests. You do enough of them, I'm sure we can get you some more privileges and rights in the city. Also, don't break the law. Just please don't, no killing, for example, no stealing. I don't want to have to bring you back into this courtroom and kick you out.
That includes theft, burglary, pickpocketing.
Yes, don't anything that isn't yours.
Grand Theft Auto.
Don't grab.
Theft by
Yeah.
conversion.
Mutilation of a corpse.
And,
It wasn't a corpse. It was just the head.
That
and-
I think that falls under mutilation.
I think so. Yeah.
Not of a
okay.
corpse.
And Ulfgar, as you know, as their representative, as the person trying to influence your behavior, you will be held responsible if they act against the state's best interest. Sorry.
What are you gonna say? I don't know.
just
That's
dead.
under the law too, right?
Just dead silent chewing, looking dead in the eye.
Ulfgar takes in the weight of this responsibility.
Okay. And
Thanks.
then
No, I'm going to jail.
Sergeant
Wow.
Sergeant Grills takes out a bracelet, like a cuff, and he goes to attach it on your ankle, Jack. Do you consent?
Yeah, I do.
It pulses as it goes around your
Oh,
ankle.
there we go. A pulses.
And
Got one.
it hums with a quiet energy, and it's hot to the not uncomfortably hot, but it's the warmth of when you're using your phone a bunch, and the back of it gets a little warm. It's just enough to let you know that it's running. And she goes, "We will assign for you a university, and we will get you home if we can." Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That's what I had planned for today, folks.